He told me he picks up his phone to call me every day, all day. Guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. Today is going to be a reminder that this is a decision that you make when you want to manifest something deliberately in your reality. Okay. So if there are things that are happening that seem to be going against what it is that you feel deep down in your core, then you can just step back and remind yourself this is a choice. However, I choose to look at this is a decision and a choice. And then that will help you be more conscious and deliberate in what you will think and the meaning that you will assign to whatever it is that is happening. Remembering that circumstances don't matter, it doesn't mean that you are like living your life with your head in the sand and not how can I put this? You learn to observe your 3D life in a completely different way, looking at it from different perspectives and understanding how things happen the way they do, and also being able to kind of take what happened and show you what it is that you want. That's what I do. That's how I look at things in my 3D. I'm not saying that I'm not challenged and things don't kind of get me down or that I don't have days where I spiral or where I'm in fear. It's just that I don't stay dwelling in those things because I know if I do, then it's only going to make matters worse. And so, again, a very helpful thing for you to do is to just step back and remind yourself this is a choice. Like walk yourself off of the edge of a deep spiral. You have forgotten who you are. You have forgotten what 3D is and what your desires actually mean. Okay. So, anyway, this is for the collective to help inspire you guys. And before I get into this, if you love me, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps my channel grow, and I really do appreciate you. And if you want me to be your coach to help you manifest anything, whether it's related to your SP, doesn't matter, or anything else, email me a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to the website, coreunion.com, book either a single session or a package, and then my scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you with my next available session. All right, so just to read, yesterday I did a very short video. This is the one where Romeo is with me on the thumbnail called, what is it called? Inspired Action. And on the thumbnail, it says, should you reach out? So it's important to understand that when you're manifesting anything in your reality, there is a potential that you're going to be inspired to do something. And inspired action is just really natural, right? It's not planned out. So I'm going to read some of these comments now. The first one I'm going to read is Judy wrote, I've reached out to him with good energy. He hasn't replied yet, but I know he is and he will. And so I commented on that and I said, okay, now you don't wait and live your life. You don't wait. You want to live your life now as if he did already communicate and you guys have already had wonderful communication. It's not just about the energy when you actually send it. It's that you stay in being secure, chosen, wanted, and always a priority. NYC, I can only see the username as NYCNY92, wrote, I can attest when you do it without fear, it works. My SP and I are in separation in the 3D, yet we've talked every day. In the last 3 days, he's told me he loves me multiple times. He keeps calling me boyfriend nicknames. I think that's boyfriend nicknames. Was flirting a little yesterday. I reached out after he reached out the 2 days prior first. The convo ended quick, but he found a way to start the conversation back up and we talked longer. At first, I was like, nah, I'm not reaching out because he dumped me. But I did when I calmed down and the results were positive. They want to hear from you just as much as you want to hear from them. And then Guitar Stars wrote, Happy birthday, Romeo. Grateful for the lines of communications have always remained open between me and my SP. We had a great lunch last Friday. I'm tracking $14,000 ahead of the monthly income goal that we set on our first session together. And the month was almost half over when we first spoke. Now the deals haven't closed yet, but they're in process. So see them as closed. Proof of how you always say your SP feels you. She shared a little quick video of one of her cats from Friday morning. So the cat's on the bed, and she simply goes and lays down and she says hi to him. I hear a song playing on her Alexa in the background while flirting at 9 a.m. It was from our album, she joked, and she said most couples have a song, but we have an entire album. Well, at 9 a.m., while she was flirting, I was playing the very same song on my AirPods. And that is an amazing synchronicity. And then one more that I want to share. Janelle Lewis wrote, "It's no coincidence you when you made this video. My SP and I had a little disagreement and hadn't been speaking for a couple of months. By now he wanted to talk, excuse me, but I knew he wanted to talk to me and he still really loved me. Yesterday morning, I woke up and said to myself, I'm going to talk to my SP today. Then I got a sudden urge to call him. Everything in me told me not to call him. If you're going to call, you're going to end up hurt and so on. But I pushed forward and I called him. He answered. We didn't get past the hello before the phone disconnected. Honestly, I kind of spiraled. I thought he hung up on me. Then an hour later, he texted me and said he apologized. His phone got disconnected. Then he proceeded to call me 6 times because I was at work. I texted him and asked him if I could call him on my break or when I got off. He said, please do. My heart melted. I called him when I got off. We talked for hours. He told me he picks up his phone to call me every day, all day. He told me how much he misses me and how he thinks about me constantly. He told me how much he was hurting because he felt he hurt me and how he didn't like hurting someone that he loved. He told me how much he loved me, and I have his heart. He wanted to come over last night, but I was tired from a 12-hour shift. This morning, he texted me telling me how much he loved talking to me yesterday, and he invited me out to brunch. I just came in from brunch. We had the most amazing time just talking. Since I've been in the house, which is not more than an hour and a half, he's texted me multiple times and called me telling me how happy he is that we agreed to meet for brunch. Okay, so remember that a lot of you are forgetting what the 3D is and forgetting who you are in your reality. And you are also not focusing in on the version of you with the version of your person. So then you watch videos or you question things in your 3D and you hear a content creator like myself say, your person feels everything that you feel. They want you as much as you want them. They're always thinking about you. You're always on their mind. You are the love of all of their lives. They can't stop thinking about you because that's how you feel about them. And then you question down in the comments, how do you know that? But they said this, but they said that. That's the version, that's the choice that you make. And then your life will reflect that back to you. Your person is your person. Your person was created. Your person is the divine messenger for you that was created to love you. You are a divine messenger for them as well, created to love them. You were created for each other. So you have to remember that that is the decision and then you stick to it. So anything that's outside of that doesn't effing matter. So stop allowing it to. Stop getting so tripped up with your 3D. Now, I know that it's very challenging and it hurts, especially if you end up manifesting circumstances that are very painful, but you also have to be very honest with yourself. Step back when if you get the evidence in your 3D of something that's painful, you have to step back and just like own it. Yes, this was something I was afraid of. This was something I was insecure of that I thought might happen. And so now it's happened. And sometimes you guys end up saying, I never would have guessed that this or that would have happened, but it's happened. Well, it was something that you weren't aware of. So now you're aware of it. And now again, you step back from it and you say, how I think about this, how I feel about this, and the meaning that I assign to this circumstance is my choice. And whatever I experience next in my life is my choice. So I can decide that this doesn't serve us. This doesn't serve my life or our life together. This isn't helpful for my journey on awakening and becoming the empowered version of myself who knows their value and worth and knows that anything in their heart, anything that they desire, they can have because they wouldn't have the desire. If it wasn't possible, the desire itself is the promise of the wish fulfilled. It's already done. Everything already exists because creation is finished. Creation is done. You have unlimited choices. So keep remembering that this is a choice. How you look at something, choice. How you see something, choice. It's all a choice. And that's all it is. If you're finding yourself constantly seeking, you're making a choice not to trust yourself. If you're constantly feeling lonely and sad, that's a choice. You're choosing, I'm sorry, but it's true. You're choosing to remain in your old story. Stay within and go within and take care of yourself. Enjoy your life, live your life, do things to balance yourself out so you can just feel good about yourself. If you were in the healthy relationship, you would be doing things, your person would be doing things, you would be then doing things together. John M. had asked a week or so ago, what is the exact percentage of how much percentage should I be affirming for myself versus how much percentage should I be affirming for my person? It's going to change day to day because some days you're going to be busier than others. Weekends, you're obviously going to be spending more of your time energetically with them. Does that make sense? But you do not do it in a way that you feel drained and that you feel like you're lying to yourself. If you feel like you're lying to yourself, then you are just not realizing the process of manifestation. So if that's the case, I suggest you go back to the basics. And anytime when you're feeling super tripped up with your 3D, go back to the basics. You have to get in this habit of stepping back. Instead of stepping into the 3D, step out. Don't step in, step out, observe. A lot of times people will say that they are noticing their negativity as it comes up, but they're like kind of just observing it and letting it go. Observe it and let it go. So they're having these thoughts against the things that they want. They see it and they let it go. I do understand where this comes from. Let's say, for example, that something comes up against, you have a negative story come up around your person. They're dishonest or something like that. That's something that once in a while will come up. Somebody will say something. Okay, so they're not thinking about me. They're not thinking about me, right? If that's where you're at, okay, so it's good that you're not reacting to it, but you do want to take that and you want to just step back from it and say, okay, this is a choice. Is this what I want? Yes or no? No? So what do you want? They always think about me. I'm always on their mind. I'm literally everything that they've ever wanted. I'm their priority. They cherish and adore me. When you're seeing the old story come up, that's the old stuff. Yes, don't attach to it to identify with it, but also if it's the same thing coming up over and over again, make a new choice and tell a new story. Please do comment down below that you are going to remember that everything is your choice. And if you need me, reach out. I love you so much. Have an amazing day. Bye.
Nothing can come, nothing can come, nothing can come between us.